Red Dead Redemption. Everything about it was perfect. The gameplay was perfect, the story was perfect, the characters, the world, the multiplayer, it was all perfect. A near flawless piece of gaming bliss. And it never got a PC port. No, I'm fine. Totally over it. Totally not bitter at all. It's just, why wouldn't she have a PC port? I'm fine. So what do we do as rabid fans of a perfect game? We demand a sequel that is simultaneously completely different, yet entirely the same! Because there's nothing we love more than projecting unrealistic expectations onto game developers and dealing out harsh criticism when they inevitably disappoint. It's for this reason that today, I'd like to speak directly to Rockstar itself. Hey guys, I want to help you out. Meeting expectations is hard, so I've created a list of possible new ideas. Don't worry, I'll leave the actual gameplay to the masters, but here are a few features I think you'd like to take a look at. When looking back at a lot of Western movies that the Red Dead series is inspired by, a lot of them tend to take place solely in one specific town. The world of Red Dead Redemption was massive, even spanning south of the border. I think it's important to keep an open world environment, but what if we added a sort of main hub town to be the epicenter of the game world? Much like how The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time's map compares to its sequel, Majora's Mask. Let the player have a specific town to come back to in the middle of the map, where they can shop for new items or participate in poker games, horseshoe, or whatever other side activities in one convenient place. With that kind of town, maybe you could even flesh out the everyday townsfolk. With a small western town of, say, 28-ish people, you could round out each character with interesting dialogue and missions. You know, like my favorite Red Dead Redemption shopkeeper. It could make for some interesting missions and moments. Historically speaking, the idea of Manifest Destiny was not only a terrible and greedy one, but widely considered to be a dick move. In the rush to claim the West Coast, many early settlers spent most of their nights camping around a fire pit, swapping stories and legends to fellow settlers, and smallpox-ridden blankets to the natives. Wait, hold on, where was I going with this? What about an energy system based around the day-night system? Think about it. Assuming he only slept to save the game, John Marston must have stayed awake for literally days on end, which realistically would make aiming his gun much harder than being blackout drunk. It wouldn't have to be super punishing, but it can give the player a bigger sense of immersion. Letting them make camp to save the game between days would also help the player naturally know what day it is in a week, and maybe certain events can happen on certain days, affecting train routes or what days certain stores are open. The possibilities are endless. When trying to think of a direction the story could go that could top the absolutely amazing story of Red Dead Redemption 1, I honestly couldn't even come up with one that could even shine a light up next to it. Unless it was the player's own story. Let people be able to create their own protagonist from scratch with a vague background that would let the player project their own unique motivations into the character. Maybe something like your grandpa leaving you a farm out west in his will or something, and you take this opportunity to escape the city because you're super bored. You know, something like that. I think this could open up a lot of possibilities for storytelling. Being able to explore the more intricate history of life in the Old West through characters you meet. Player choice could also maybe change the outcome of certain events or the lives of others, letting the player truly be able to carve their own story. Who knows, maybe even letting the player have a relationship with some of the locals? I'm pretty sure people dated back then. Probably. You see, the thing about cowboys is that if they're not wandering town to town on a horse with no name, or being bandits in a crew, they're usually on a farm or a ranch on their homestead. They call them cowboys for a reason, you know. In Red Dead Redemption 1, John Marston even had his own homestead that he tended to near the end of the game. So why not let the player have more interaction with this? Let people buy their own livestock and produce, raise them on a farm and let them earn some reliable income away from completing missions. Maybe even let them customize their own house a bit by buying upgrades that could even give them passive abilities away from home. Something like this would surely keep the attention of players long after they've beaten the story. Okay, look, Rockstar. This video's been posted for a few minutes now, and I have yet to receive an enthusiastic email begging for my employment. So I'm going to assume you guys aren't sure what I'm trying to get at. So let me give you some more visual clues. I want you to get everything you worked on for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I want you to put all of that into a box. and then I want you to put that box into another box, and then I want you to mail that box to yourself, and when it arrives, dump that shit into the trash! Hear me out. Red Dead 2, Stardew Redemption. Absolute genius, instant millions. Still confused? Well, pull that head out of your ass because I'm about to blow your goddamn mind. Let's go look at Steam. Well, would you look at that? Top seller, 3 weeks in a row. I don't see Red Dead Redemption over there. Wanna know why? Because you never made a PC port, and if you did, it still wouldn't even compare to this epic masterpiece of a game. Afraid you won't live up to people's hype for a sequel? Well, guess what? Now it's the sequel for 2 games in 1. It's 2 sequels in 1. It can never fail. Boom, mind blow. Groundbreaking game design. I'm like Hideo freaking Kojima. I'll see you all on Monday, Rockstar, because I'm your new boss. What's that you say? You're already throwing money at the screen? We'll use that money to buy some new stock to replace the ones I just blew off, because I'm not even finished yet. They want horses? Boom, there's already horses. Action? Make them Deadeye slimes in a cave. Multiplayer? Take the epic adventure online. Start a badass crew of lawless madmen with your friends and work together to water the ever-living shit out of those crops! Missions, drama, grittiness, just give them a gun and make them go dispense justice as they see fit. Oh, hey there, Sheriff. I really need to get Pam to pay your tab. Can you ask her to— Boom! Hashtag justice dispensed. You want DLC? You'll get DLC. Pre-order now to get the John Marston Horseface add-on at launch. Only at GameStop. Go buy more DLC, you nerds. Red Dead 2, Stardew Redemption confirmed for PS 4.5, Xbox One, Wii U, Dreamcast, and coming to your PC for the first time with a free copy of Red Dead Redemption HD Redemption added hardcore cattle, hurting difficulty mode content. Rockstar, please hire me. I really need a job. I love you.